gun meme review. What is up, you sexy YouTube mother lovers? We are coming at you on the third gun meme review of this month. This is one of those weird months where there's 5 Thursdays, and we were gonna do Plasticop, but I didn't want to do that yet. Probably coming Monday, unless I just feel like doing something else, in which case, whenever I feel like it. Throwing in this last gun meme review of the month because holy shit, the world is on fire. Kim Jong Un dead, and aliens are here, and that's not even news anymore. 2020's whack. Also, this is new. Clearing out the shop a little bit more, becoming a real business. But I think this is where we're gonna start filming a lot more stuff. So that means we need to get, I think we're getting like a Galotech wall in to have like a nice little backdrop, be like some nice legit Iraq vet level stuff. I have a desk now, so I'm no longer floor gang. Sad to say. But I have a nice empty desk, which means I need to put a bunch of crap on it. And it's gonna get really messy and disorganized very quick, but this is the way. But I know one of the first things I am gonna put on my desk is actually the sponsor of today's video. No, it's not Raid. So it's okay. You can go ahead and put your skipping finger down. I know you kids don't realize it, but sometimes daddy has to do some stuff for money sometimes, okay? Anyhow, today's sponsor is actually GoOd guns, which is exactly what I'm gonna put on this desk as soon as I finish building it. Except the AR-15 one. They sent me an AR-15 one, and yeah, it's not going on my desk. If I'm ever actually captured and I'm under duress, that'll just be like my little signal to you guys as I'm gonna pull the AR-15 GoOd gun out and put it on the corner, then you guys know to send help. But yeah, if you've never actually played around with the GoOd guns, they're actually decent quality stuff. I remember them being plastic, you know, because it's fairly cheap. I wouldn't have thought it would be metal, but it's die-cast metal. The detail they go through, all the springs and stuff that works is really cool. So if you've never played around with it, I think they're pretty cool, and I appreciate them being bold enough to sponsor Gun Meme Review. So let's go ahead and get into these memes, and to help me not lose my sanity doing Gun Meme Review, today's sponsor is Bullet Bourbon. They're not the sponsor. They don't know we're doing this, and frankly, they would not approve, I'm sure. I'm just gonna keep going. It's gonna become the running joke, because I'm just gonna have a new liquor brand every time until somebody actually sponsors us. And first meme up on the docket, Kim dead. Okay, so like he may or may not actually be dead, but who cares? The memes are great. Kim Jong Un is sick. North Korean people, you know the rules, and so do I. Is Rick Astley using a 1911? God, he really is a boomer. That ties right in with the meme that's been floating around from The Office with the Japanese heart surgeon.
Idle operation, but mistake. Yakuza style.
All of these memes about Kim Jong Un actually made me go back and rewatch The Interview, which was an incredible movie. It makes me want to actually go down with drive tanks and recreate that scene with Katy Perry. I know you fucks aren't about to simp for a dictator. The weeb crowd in the gun community has started to really kind of, I don't know. They're flat out simping for Kim Jong Un's sister, who apparently is even more batshit crazy than he was. So this is gonna work out interesting. This is a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out. Y'all motherfuckers got a silencer. I got a loudener. Upgrades, people, upgrades. I think it's all the Makarov content starting to get to me, but I legitimately, before I zoomed in there and saw that that's clearly not, I thought it was a Makarov. Also, sorry for the background noise, guys. We're actually filming this in the shop during work hours, so there's actually work going on, believe it or not. I didn't think we did that here either. When your beater AK has cast parts and it blew up in your face because you had the audacity to put 1,000 rounds through it, perhaps I treated you too harshly. Well, the good news is, the people who buy a gun with cast trunnions probably won't put 1,000 rounds through it anyway. And about half of the people who say that they did are lying. Which I always thought is funny, because you always hear these people on the Facebook pages that, you know, brag about, oh, I've got 5,000 rounds through, blah, 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 and it hasn't exploded in my face yet. It's like, you know, for the cost of half that ammo, you could have actually just saved and bought a gun that you didn't have to, like, worry about proving to the internet wasn't a grenade. When people try to argue with you that there is no difference in quality between brands, but you've seen hundreds of failures over the years, 95% coming from just 3 brands that are just as good. Ha, just as good. The battle cry of the pores. It's no shit, it's a meme in the shop. Just anytime one of those is mentioned, it's just as good. When you're just, wow, there's a lot of these. When your just as good steel plates meet a 20-inch barrel 5.56. I'm never gonna physically recover from this. That is an excellent Photoshop. Well done, well done. I don't really know much about cheap body armor, but I know a lot about pores, so let's go for that. So for those of you who were butthurt that I referred to in a previous video, the Strybog, as the PCC for pores, let me break something down to you. Being a poor is not necessarily a statement on your financial status. You see, being a poor is a state of mind. It doesn't matter how much you make in a year. It doesn't matter whether or not you got Trump bucks. We all understand being a college student who maybe has a lot of things going on, you can't afford to buy the nicest stuff. That's okay. What's not okay is buying a $300 Omni and parading it all over Facebook saying it is just as good. It's not just as good. If you have to tell people it is just as good, it's not just as good. When it's luau time and your girl has done God knows what with your Hawaiian shirt. Where's my super suit? I love how he's wearing nods in the middle of the day in New York. Everyone knows you cannot boog without a Hawaiian shirt. It is against God's law. Hawaiian shirts are practically the only way we'd avoid friendly fire accidents. When your instructor shows up with a Serpa holster, presented without comment, but feel free to help other people out in the comments if they can't figure that out. Oh geez, I feel like I've hooked up with this chick before. Really, James? I thought you had better taste. For those of you who don't know, that is California Senator Dianne Feinstein. She's a clearly dangerous woman. As you can see here, she is holding an assault underfolder AK-47 with a 75-round drum and her finger on the trigger pointed at her peers. Also in the background of that photo is that fucking Hopper from Stranger Things. God, just the faces. I've never looked at this photo this close. Like the faces in the background are amazing. Like this chick is just terrified. The chick with the scarf, she's horrified at this firearm and possibly aroused. The apocalypse we wanted. The apocalypse we got. Yeah, Dad's in the back. We're looking for the UPS truck to come in, get the rest of his boot gear. This almost gave me a stroke trying to read. When Trump advising us to follow CDC guidelines makes liberals go out and purchase firearms. You did it. You crazy son of a bitch, you did it. Honestly, I feel like the whole Corona firearm buying panic is probably going to be a net good thing, all said and done. Just a lot more people going out, buying firearms for the first time, understanding there's a process to buying firearms for the first time, and you can't just show up with $40 in a paper sack and throw it on the table and just walk out with an M60. Although that is an America that I would be glad to live in. The Second Amendment only applies to weapons around when it was written, not machine guns. Me, loading a cannon with grape shot. Very poor choice of words. It's actually kind of funny because I got a cannon right outside. We can load it with grape shot. I feel like the cannon doesn't get as much airtime as it should. I feel like most people don't even know I have a cannon, and that's a travesty because that's a fucking flex. If you guys have some ideas of what to do with the cannon, yeah, go ahead and leave those in the comments. We'll figure out something to do. Brandon, after he burns down the national forest with his flamethrower. I don't think it's a big deal, but according to the police it is. See, you gotta think outside the bun and go somewhere where there isn't a national forest, right? So that if you just burn down, there's no way I could finish that sentence without it sounding like arson, so I'm just gonna, I'll stop. I cannot talk about an ongoing investigation, so that's where we're gonna end on that one. GoOd, keep moving. This is an M-Lock man's neighborhood. Damn right, what is this? 2015? Get the hell out of here, GoOd. Red flag this chorizo, you fed fuck boys. I don't know why I felt the need to read that like, what is that, Lieutenant Aldo Rain? But I don't know, it worked. It flowed well. Is this a school? Watching the boys drop their stimulus checks on enough ammo to make a Somali warlord proud. Real wholesome posting hours. When I buy that fuel filter, but I don't have a Form 1 and the ATF boys show up. Allow us to introduce ourselves. This is actually really funny. I don't know if I've ever talked about this on the channel before, but apparently on especially gun meme reviews, they run ads. Like, so there's automatic ads that Google runs, AdSense and stuff, like banner ads and stuff like that just show up. I don't even know if you get any monetization off of that, but they run them anyway. But what I've noticed on my videos specifically, they're running ads for those Wish oil filters and the, what do you call those, solvent traps that you can buy that are suspiciously, it's a can, it's a fucking can. People mention it in the comments a lot, and I've actually been DM'd screenshots, just dozens of times, DM'd screenshots of just the oil filters being, showing up as ads on my videos. So if that happened to you, leave a comment, and for the love of God, I'm not responsible for what a grown man does in his garage, but don't get fucking honeypotted on one of my videos. Oh, this is a tough one. Okay. One to protect you, the rest try to kill you. Who are you running with? So we've got Reed Hendricks, we've got, I'm pretty sure that's Clint Smith from Thunder Ranch. John Lovell from Warrior Poet, and of course Paul Harrell, making a very interesting face. Well, John Lovell's beard and hair gang are impeccable, and I don't know, real recognizes real, but I'm gonna have to go with Paul Harrell on this one. We won't survive, but I mean, that's a hell of a way to go. That, and we'll probably get a 1-hour rebuttal video. That's a spicy one. Nobody. North Korea, when they see a COVID-19 patient. Yeah, that seems to be working pretty well. I guess this does come back to the Kim Jong Un thing, doesn't it? You know the rules, and so do I. So, I think I've said plenty questionable things for one episode of Gun Meme Review, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I just want to plug again, hashtag AKG Notification Squad if you show up in the first hour, and you are one of the guys that are helping us just absolutely crush it with analytics right now. You sirs are the real MVPs, and we're going to try to renew the commitment to starting that AKG Notification Squad back up and just giving away stuff. So we give away merch and stuff like that. I'm gonna start, I bought a bunch of my glasses, the signature glasses that I want to start giving away too, just because I think that's funny meme. This is a recently ex-member of Floor Gang signing off. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you sexy YouTube mother lovers on Monday. Bye. There's a wall here. I'll go this way. So for the people who were butthurt that I referred to in a previous video, that the Strybog was for pores. That sentence was terribly worded. One to protect you, the rest kill you. Or excuse me, the rest kill you. The rest try to kill you. Let me back that one up. No, I'm not reading that one. Reread that and I'm like, oh, that's murder.